Yo, 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 it's your biggity boy, Mr. Win, here again with another mathematical tutorial. Today we're doing some practice word problems on the topic of lateral and total surface area. The way I want you to do this is hopefully you printed this out. If you can't print, then you should follow along with a blank sheet of paper. What I want you to do is, well, I'm going to go over every single problem. If at any point you want to try the problem on your own, just pause the video, try it on your own, then press play again, check your answer. Or maybe in the middle of the problem you're like, hey Mr. Win, I think I got the rest of this problem on my own, why don't you just be quiet for a second. You just could press pause and then try it on your own and then press play again. Without further ado, let's do some of this lateral and total surface area. I hope everybody's doing well and staying healthy. Number one, the diagram below shows a box that is 19 inches long, 9 inches wide, 7 inches tall. Toby wants to cover the entire box with paper. He will need enough paper to cover an area of at least. First and foremost, think to yourself, does this dude need to find total surface area or lateral surface area? Yes, it is actually total surface area. He wants to cover the entire box. That means the sides and the top and the bottom. Total surface area is the sides and the top and the bottom. Lateral is just the sides. So what we got to do is we got to find the area of all the sides, the top, and the bottom and add it all together. I'm going to start off with this side. This side is 19 and 7. I know this part is 7 because this part is 7. So 19 times 7 equals, let's use our handy dandy calculator. 19 times 7 equals 133. Now, I know this side is 133, and I know this side in the back on the other side is the same as this side. So, I could do 133 plus 133, or I could just do 133 times 2. Which is 266. Alright. Now we got this side. That's 9 times 7. 9 times 7, which equals 63. I know this side is the same as this side right here. You know what I'm saying? If you can imagine it, this side is the same as this side right here. So I'm going to multiply that by 2, which equals 126. Now, I gotta find the top and the bottom. The side right here is 19, and the side right here is 9. I'm finding the area of the bottom. If I wanted to find the top, it's the same thing. As you can see, if this is 19, then this right here is 19. If this is 9, then that right there is 9. So 19 times 9 equals, I'm gonna do this in my head, you guys, equals 171. Multiply this by 2 in my head again, which equals 342. So now I have the area of the top and the bottom and all the sides. I'm going to add them all up. 266 plus 126 plus 342. 266 plus 126 plus 342 equals 734, and your answer is A. Ding ding ding. Alright, number 2. It says Kamala, that's a cool name, will use construction paper to cover the oatmeal container shown in the diagram below. Kamala will not cover the container's circular bases. Remember, bases means top and bottom. She will need enough construction paper to cover an area of at least. So let's see. She wants to cover the oatmeal container, right? But she doesn't want to cover the top and the bottom. So does she want lateral or total? Good answer, Dom. Yes, she does want to find only the lateral area. Alright, so let's figure out how we're going to find the lateral area, which is the area of just the side of this cylinder, the whole sides all the sides, or the one side, however you want to look at it. So if you were to unravel this can and flatten it, it would look like this. And the two circles are the bases, which we don't need, and we want the area of this side. So we know this part is 14. And we need to multiply it by this part, which we don't know directly. But we do know is that if you take the circumference of the circle, it's the same as the length of this side. So what I'm trying to say is, if I were to like basically cut the circle in half and like spread it out, it's going to be the same length as this side. Alright, so to find circumference, C equals 2r pi, and r we know is 5. So what I'm going to do is find this circumference and multiply it by 14. So 2 times r, which is 5, times pi, times the height right there, times 14, and I get 2 times 5 times pi times 14. I get 439.8. I know they have 439.6, but that's close enough. If you want to know why it's ever so slightly off, it's because they didn't use pi. They used 3.14, which is almost pi, but it's not exactly pi. And I used exactly pi. So your answer is C. Number 3. Mike is painting scenery for a school play. The scenery includes large triangular prisms. So here's a large triangular prism. He's painting these large triangular prisms. Mike will use 1 gallon of paint to cover 72 square feet. So 1 gallon of paint. So if he bought a gallon of paint, 1G, this gallon of paint covers 72 square feet. I don't know how much 72 square feet is, but I mean, I do know how much 72 square feet is, but I don't know how much it turns out to be in this picture. How many gallons of paint will he need to cover the entire triangular prism shown in the diagram? So this problem's kind of tricky. Number one, you have to realize that he's painting these large triangular prisms and he's painting the whole thing. So you got to find the total surface area of this large triangular prism. After you find the total surface area, you have to find out how many gallons it takes to paint that total surface area. For example, if we knew that that total surface area was 72 square feet and 1 gallon paints 72 square feet, right? Then we would know that it takes 1 gallon of paint to cover this whole thing. But what if this whole thing was 144 square feet? Then I would have to take 144 divided by 2, which is actually 72. So I know that it would take 2 of these gallons to cover this whole thing. If that sounds confusing, don't worry. Hopefully it'll become clear by the end of this problem. Like I said, if this thing was 144, another way I guess I want to describe it real quick before I do it is that if this is 144, right, one of these gallons covers 72. So 72 square feet, but this is 144. 72, and then another gallon would be covering another 72 square 72 square feet, which adds up to 144. So whatever this total surface area is, you divide it by 72 to find out how many gallons it's going to take. Alright? So first thing first is let's find the total surface area of this large triangular prism. So you got to find the area of all of these sides. So you got to find this side right here. You got to find this side right here. And you also got to find this side right here. And then you also got to find the 2 bases. Alright, so let's find, it really doesn't matter the order. But I'll find all the sides first, since we all, just because I feel like it. Alright, so I'm going to find this bottom side first. 5 times 12. That equals 60. Now I'm going to find this back, not the back, but that side. That side. I hope that's clear. So this thing is 12, and this thing right here is also 12. So it's going to be 12 times 12, which equals 144. Now I'm going to find this side, that side is this thing right here. If you look over here, is 13, and this part right here is 12. So it's 13 times 12, which I know is, I don't know on the top of my head, I think it's 156. 13 times 12 equals 156. Alright. Yeah, like I said, it equals 156. The camera paused out, so that's why this video seems kind of glitchy. Anyway, so I found the area of all these sides. I need to find the area of these triangular bases, which is, remember, the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the base is 5, the height is 12, so that's 5 times 12 divided by 2, which equals 30. There's 2 of these things, so I'm going to multiply 30 by 2, which equals 60. So now I have the area of these 2 triangular bases, the area of this side, and this side. So I'm going to add them all up. 60 plus 144 plus 156, which equals, wait for it, 60 plus 144 plus 156 equals 420. Okay, so at this point, I know this total surface area is 420. I know that 1 gallon of paint can cover 72. So all I gotta do is take 420 and divide that by 72, which equals 420 divided by 72 equals 5. So you get 5.83. If you need 5.83 gallons, right? That's not an answer, but you gotta think about it. If you need 5.83 gallons, then the answer is definitely not gonna be 1. The answer is not gonna be 3. The answer is not gonna be 4. It has to be 6. Because if 5.83 gallons is gonna do the job, obviously 6 gallons is gonna do the job. So that is your final answer for this. I hope that you all are enjoying yourselves and doing the work. If you haven't been doing your work, I'm gonna get on your case somehow, some way. And yeah, hope y'all have a good day, and stay tuned to the next episode of Mathematical Learning. Yeehaw!